Good morning, students. Now, as we have started our chapter number 10, that is alternating current, okay, and in that chapter we have started about the important definition, the direct current, alternating current, okay, and in that we have studied also about the average cycle, the complete cycle, okay, average value for the complete cycle of the current and for the voltage also, and for the root mean square value, the RMS value of current as well as the voltage. Now, as I have just been told you that we have to discuss mainly the three physical devices. That is your first is your what we can say resistor, then your inductor, and then the capacitor. Okay, so these three physical devices first we are going to study individually, then we have to take their pairs like RL circuit means resistor inductor circuit, then RC circuit, LC circuit, like this, and in the last we are discuss about the RLC circuit. Okay, now the pure inductive AC circuit, this we have studied already, okay, in our yesterday's video, and in that I have just be told you that you have to be grasp each and everything of these individual physical devices so that you can easily when we studied about the merging portion, the merging portion of the RL and RC LC circuit, then it will not be difficult for you. Clear? Okay, now in this we have studied that the inductor, in this the inductor we have calculated that the I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, this is the value which we have get through the circuit in which the inductor has been connected. Now in this Im is equals to Vm omega L. Im is equals to Vm omega L. You have studied that the according to the Ohm's law, what I is equals to V upon R. Okay, now here Im is equals to Vm upon R. So in place of R, what is present here, beta? Omega L is present. So what is here omega L? Omega L is just has the same dimension as the resistance have, beta, and it is known as the inductive reactance because it is used as a resistance in the inductor circuit. Okay, so it is known as inductive reactance XL. Clear? Now this one here, the XL we have just with the inductive reactance, XL is equals to omega L, this omega L. Okay, and in this when we compare them, then what we have get the equation that I is equals to V upon R. So I is equals to Vm omega L, Vm upon XL. XL, what is XL here stands? XL means omega L, means here XL is behave like a resistance. Okay, and it is known as your inductive reactance. Clear? Now the XL controls, up to here we have studied, okay, the XL controls the circuit in the same way as a resistance, okay, and its unit is XL, unit of the inductive reactance is ohm. Till here we have studied yesterday. Now we are starting our fourth lecture, okay, of the same chapter, alternating current. In this, what the things as remaining is we have to plot a graph between V and I with omega t. Then we have to represent this with the phasor diagram. Okay, along with the phasor diagram also we are going to discuss. So in this, as the equation said that V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Okay, and the after derivation, the equation which we acquire is I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. This equation. So what is the difference between these two, beta? What? We can just say the value of the current is just 90 degree lag behind. It will just be 90 degree means pi by 2 lagging behind, because the value of 90 degree in the phase difference is in the minus form. If it is in plus form, then we are saying that the value of a current is 90 degree ahead with the voltage. But here the value is coming in the minus form, so we can say that the value of a current in a pure inductive AC circuit is 90 degree lag behind the value of voltage. Okay, like this we can do. And in this, if you have remember or revised the resistor one, in the resistor one, the value of Vm sin omega t is equals to Im, I is equals to Im sin omega t. There is no any kind of the phase difference. We have just studied. They are both in the resistor circuit. Voltage and current are moving in the same direction. Okay, but in this you have seen that it was 90 degree in the minus form, lagging behind. Clear? So according to that, if we discuss about the diagram, okay, this diagram we have studied that the voltage has been started from here 0, and it was taking the up to 2 pi, one cycle it was covered. Now if we are discussing about the I1, so this I1 is just to be started from 90 degree lag behind in the minus form. Okay, because as the according to the equation it was it was 90 degree lag behind, because the 90 degree value is coming in the minus form. Okay, so it was starting from here, and you have seen it was always be 90 degree lagging behind to the voltage value. Clear? So here the graph we have plotted between the voltage and the current and the omega t value. Okay, so here the V and the I, okay, starting from 0, it is starting from the minus form, and up to here when it covers the first quadrant here like this, it has been covered pi by 2. This is its peak value, this is its peak value. Okay, it has been like this. Now when we are moving towards the phasor diagram, so the phasor diagram of the pure inductive AC circuit is like this. We are plotting between x and y. Okay, so the Vm is making the angle omega t, because V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Sin omega t, it's making the angle omega t. So from x axis was making the angle omega t. Okay, now the I, value of I is Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So it is minus pi by 2. So here it is starting from decreasing the value of minus pi by 2. Clear? Like this. So this is your phasor diagram. It is moving with the value of angular velocity omega in the anti-clockwise direction. Clear? Okay. So I hope that with this phasor diagram you can easily get through the point that what does here the minus 90 degree performing. Here the value of the current is 90 degree lag behind. Clear? So you have to be remember, right now we discuss about two things, the resistive circuit and the inductive circuit. Okay, so in the first one they are in the same direction. In the resistive circuit they are in the same direction, their phase difference is 0. And the second one which we are discussing in the inductive circuit, in this it was 90 degree, the value of current is 90 degree lag behind to the voltage value. Okay, clear? Now here the XL we have taken, we know XL is your inductive reactance, its value is omega L. Okay, and omega angular frequency, that is your 2 pi f. Okay, so XL is equals to omega L, and XL we can say L into 2 pi f. So if we are just be discussing about the direct circuit, direct current DC, the frequency will be 0. If the frequency will be 0, it means your inductive reactance is also be 0. And for a pure inductor, short circuit, the DC current is there, but opposes the flow of AC current. It opposes the flow of AC current. That's why it is behave like the, what we can say, it is behave like a resistance, because it just opposes, the inductive reactance opposes the flow of AC current in that. Clear? This is that. In the next form, a pure inductive circuit, the alternating voltage is this. This we have taken, V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and the current is I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So the voltage is leads the current by 90 degree. Now you are just be thinking that ma'am is saying right now it was lagging behind. Now here I am writing the voltage is lead with the current. Remember, I am saying the current is 90 degree lag behind the voltage. It means करंट वोल्टेज से 90 डिग्री पीछे है, इसका मतलब वोल्टेज करंट से 90 डिग्री आगे. ओके, getting my point? If we are saying it was lagging behind, so it was the current is 90 degree lagging behind. But if I just be saying for the leading, then the voltage is leading 90 degree ahead. Clear? Get my point? So this is about the inductive pure inductive AC circuit, and in this the most important thing which you have to be remember is there is a 90 degree phase difference. If I am just be asking you of a one mark question, what is the phase difference in a pure inductive circuit? Then it is 90 degree. Simple 90 degree. No need to write out then the leading ahead or lagging behind. No, just simple 90 degree phase difference is there. Yes, if the question arises like this, the current will be 90 degree ahead or 90 degree lag behind the voltage in the pure inductive circuit, then you may choose. Yes, the current will be 90 degree lagging behind to the voltage in the pure inductive circuit. If it were asking about the leading, then this kind of thing you can write that the voltage is leading ahead with the current in the pure inductive circuit. Clear? Depend upon the question which has been arises. Now the next we are discussing about the pure capacitive AC circuit. Okay. So in the pure capacitive AC circuit, the third circuit we are going to discuss. Okay. And in this pure capacitive AC circuit, we have to be connect a capacitor with the AC alternating source, that is V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Okay, as usual we are taking this value, and in this we can just be connect a capacitor of the capacity C is connected with the AC voltage, that is V is equals to Vm sin omega t, is question number 1. Now if the current in the circuit is I, means the current I is flowing in this pure capacitive AC circuit. Okay, and the voltage developed across the capacitor is Vc. The voltage which we have taken is the Vc. Then we are applying the Kirchhoff's law. Then for just be taking in the equilibrium condition that V minus Vc. V is the voltage which has been provided by the alternating source. Vc is the voltage which has been developed across the capacitor, and their difference will be 0. Now if the charge, okay, this is charge beta, if the charge on the capacitor is Q at the time t, then what is the value of the instantaneous voltage across it is? The instantaneous value across it is, then we have just be taking Vc is equals to Q upon C. Just what is the formula of the capacitor beta, which we will study in chapter number 3? C is equals to what? C is equals to Q upon V. Then V is equals to Q upon C. Okay, and in this then Vc Q upon C. So we have to be equate the equation number 1 and equation number 2, because from the Kirchhoff's law, if we are going to discuss that V minus Vc is equals to 0, it means V is equals to Vc. Okay, the value of V is your Vm sin omega t, and Vc is equals to Q upon C. Then we have to put the values. Q upon C is equals to Vm sin omega t. Okay, so from here C we are just be multiplying on this way. So Q is equals to Vm C sin omega t. This is equation number 3. Now we have to calculate the value of the current, and how we can, because right now we have going to having a phase relation between the voltage and the current, and that one is the instantaneous one. Okay, so the relation which we are acquiring from here, the charge value from the equation number 3 we can easily get. Now we have to find the value of current for the phase relation. Then what we have to do, we have to differentiate the value of the current, okay, with respect to time. So that is charge upon time. So we are differentiating them. So dq upon dt. Okay, now we have to put the value of q over here. The value of q is this from equation number 3, Vm c sin omega t. Okay, now Vm is your constant, it will become in the front. C is your constant, it will also become in your front. Then value of the sin omega t, sin theta is your cos theta, and the constant term is also become ahead in the multiply form. As I told you, in the integration it is for the dividing portion, and for the differentiation it is there in a multiplied form. So I is equals to Vm c, already a constant, omega constant term which is come ahead, sin theta cos omega t. Clear? Now cos theta is equals to sin theta minus plus pi by 2. So we can just be replaced because all the instantaneous values will become in the form of sin theta beta. So cos omega t is equals to sin omega t plus pi by 2. So we have to put the value of this sin omega t plus pi by 2 in this equation number 5 in place of cos omega t. Clear? Here we have put the values like this I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, and now if we have correlate the term, then we are just be having the value I is equals to Vm omega c. Okay, means what? V is equals to IR and I is equals to V upon R. From equation number 5 here, this I am just be taking this value I is equals to Vm into this value cos omega t is your sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, so here I am just putting the value. Okay, so like I is equals to Im. So what is the value of Im over here? Value of Im from equation number 5, if we compare, it is the value of Vm omega c. It means in the form of Ohm's law, if we are writing, that is I is equals to V upon R from the Ohm's law. I is equals to V upon R. Okay, now here V upon R means the omega c we have to be write in the form of R. So if it comes down, it is there like 1 upon omega c. Okay, so I is equals to V upon R. Now here the 1 upon omega c is the resistor, okay, and its dimensions, its unit is also be as like of your ohm, means the dimensions of the resistor. Similarly it has its dimension ohm. Okay, and it is measure of obstacle produced by the capacitor. Like in that it measures the obstacle which is created in the inductor circuit, opposes the flow of the extra current. Okay, here also it opposes, it measures the obstacle produced by the capacitor in the AC circuit. Okay, and like in inductor it is termed as the inductive reactance XL equals to omega L, and here in the capacitor it is termed as the capacitive reactance XC is equals to 1 upon omega C. Clear? So here Xc is equals to 1 upon omega c. Its unit will also be ohm. Okay, and this thing about the capacitive reactance and the 3 devices which we have studied: resistance and your inductive circuit and your capacitive circuit. In inductive circuit there is no any phase difference. Current and voltage both are moving in a same direction. In the inductive circuit, the voltage is leading 90 degree ahead with the current. The value of instantaneous voltage is V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and instantaneous current is I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, and in that XL is your inductive reactance, unit is your ohm, and its value is omega c. Clear? And in the capacitive reactance XC, here the instantaneous value is of voltage is V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and the instantaneous value of the current is I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. It means the voltage is 90 degree lag behind the current, or we can say the current is 90 degree lag leading ahead with the voltage. Clear? So like this we can study. Now your today's homework, you have to draw a graph between Vi with omega t. For this, pure capacitive AC circuit. Okay, and even you have to draw the phasor diagram also for the capacitive circuit. Similarly, as we have draw for the inductive circuit, you have to draw for this. Now the next term, what we have to, we have to take the merging two devices. Like first we have discussed about the RL, then LC, like this in the form. So we have to be discussed like this. You have your today's homework is that you have to plot a graph of V and I with omega t for the pure capacitive AC circuit, and you have to also draw the phasor diagram for the pure capacitive AC circuit. Clear? This is your work, and you have to be derive the value also, that you have to write the values also, that how these values are leading ahead or lagging behind in the capacitive circuit. Okay, you have to be mentioned, like in the inductive I have mentioned beta. Here I mentioned the voltage is lead by the current pi by 2. Like this you have to mention in the capacitive AC circuit. Okay, in this. Clear? Fine. This you have to be do. Okay. Thank you. That's all for today.